Another option you can consider as a day trip from Lucerne is a 1-hour train ride over to Zurich, the financial capital of the country. Zurich is quite a city. It's a mix of the old and the new. The old town of Zurich is actually twice as big as the old town of Lucerne, and very similar in beauty and quality and its attractiveness. The old town of Zurich is a cobblestone lanes for pedestrians lined with the old-fashioned buildings. Niederdorfstrasse is the main lane that goes the longest route through the old town. It's about a mile long, again for pedestrians only. And there are other little branching lanes that head off from Niederdorfstrasse down to the water's edge or up further into the interior of town. One food shop you would enjoy is Schwarzenbach, selling dried fruits, nuts, fresh roasted coffee beans, chocolate, and many gourmet treats with a casual cafe on the corner and sidewalk tables. You'll want to drop into many of the stores in this district to see what treasures are hiding behind their small windows. Lots of sidewalk restaurants and cafes, plenty of shops and bars. After meandering through these lanes, walk along Rindmark to Neumarkt, one of the town's finest junctions, which dates back to about the year 1145 and still has some original buildings. Now duck inside door marked number 4, and there you will find a free display of Zurich's history, including a scale model of the old town's evolution, and really demonstrating how the buildings and the patterns of the streets that we see today in the old town are just about the same as they were back in the Middle Ages. As you continue along the main pedestrian lane of the right bank, the Niederdorfstrasse, you will reach the major historic site of town, the Great Cathedral. The monumental Romanesque interior is rather plain. Be sure to appreciate the stained glass and Switzerland's largest crypt underneath, with its big statue of Charlemagne dating back to the year 1106. An earlier church on this site was reputedly founded in the early 9th century by Charlemagne, the Holy Roman Emperor. And look for the small cloister reached through an outside door to the left of the cathedral entrance. The cathedral is the symbol of Zurich, with its 2 huge 15th century towers topped by 18th century domes. If feeling energetic, you could walk up the West Tower for a stunning view across the city. From Lindenhof, you gain a fine view across the river to the main section of the old town. Lindenhof today is just a park with lime trees, but in the past was occupied by a variety of important buildings. Since then, further construction has been forbidden to preserve it as a small urban park. At the foot of the Lindenhof hill, you'll face a maze of 5 little lanes radiating out in all directions, but don't worry about which way to go. This is a good place to get used to the idea that you're going in every direction. While you're in Zurich walking around, you're probably going to get hungry. Now, of course, there are many choices for eating in Zurich, from the casual street-side market, the coffee shop, the cafe, the snack bars, sandwich places, decent restaurants, high-quality restaurants, ultra-deluxe restaurants. They've got the full range. If you're starting to get hungry, there is one particular excellent restaurant that you might consider. Hiltel. This favorite restaurant choice near the Bahnhofstrasse is Europe's oldest vegetarian restaurant. It's been in business at this location under the same name for over 100 years, so they must be doing something right. Dig into their enormous buffet loaded with dozens of delicious, healthy choices. Then you weigh your plate at the cashier and sit where you like. Ground floor, upstairs, or at the sidewalk tables. Eat here first and you will surely come back another day or a night for more food from this great restaurant. It's really a popular hangout. They have a cocktail lounge on one side with all the young locals flocking here and enjoying their drinks and conversation and socializing. And then there's the main restaurant, and you'll notice that it's mostly locals in here. Zurich is not really a touristic city. It's more of a local place. They do business, they have their banks, their industries, their shops, their retail, and the economy is very stable, very well balanced. So there's not a lot of tourists here, and you don't see that many tourists in the restaurant either. It's locals, which is always a good sign. So all in all, you'll find that Zurich makes an excellent side trip from Lucerne.